Um, it's been a while coming on exclusive market fellowship. Um, the year is ending. Today is 23rd of December, and it looks like this might be my pretty last session or last live session for the year 2025. I want to quickly, um, I'm taking this trade live right now. Um, Actually, I'm waiting to take an entry on GBP USD right now, a buy. I want to buy. Um, and but I also want to buy Euro USD. Okay. Um, so I will explain why I want to buy right now. Um, but I want to take my entry from anything from here. And but there is this a little space down here that I feel price might want to sweep down into before busting up. So that's why I'm a little bit reluctant right now, but I'm going to enter the trade, and I'll explain in a few minutes why. So, um, yeah, Gabriel, are you on? Gabriel, are you on?
Good day, boss. I'm
Okay,
with
cool.
you.
So why am I looking to buy right now? So we can see that Asian session took price up. New York session has dropped price massive, and we are in London session brought price down, and New York session is right now trying to kick in or has kicked in already. It's been over 2 hours now, and we can see that price is trying to exhaust or trying to create some kind of a reversal pattern right now, which is more likely to me for price to continue the bullish trend than probably to drop down. Okay, price could drop, all right, but even if price would drop, I anticipate it should be able to make some kind of a failure swing somewhere within this little supply or field order block, bullish block here. Okay, supply area, your fair value imbalance here. Price should be able to tap here before dropping, or just tap here, retrace, and boom, crack up to continue the bullish move. So this is the 15 minutes time frame. So let me first go to the daily time frame. Let me go to the daily time frame back. And I don't want to miss taking the entry, but let me just take a little time to explain um, right now. So we can clearly see that from on the daily time frame, we've been bullish for some time now. We have a higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, and a lower high. Um, and then we are trying to get another higher high. Okay. Or I think we had a higher high, an internal lower high, or a lower high, and then price went up from here. Okay. Yeah, we pushed up for this higher high here, dropped massively for something like an equal low or equal lower high. Okay, you can see we couldn't close body back past this bullish candle here. Okay, so that the expectation right now is for price to go for a new higher high, and then looking for price to clear this area of supply. Okay, this area of supply, and then also probably target this wick or liquidity above here. So that's what I'm looking at in the long term. But um Yes, so it looks as if there are um, this area here, as you can see, sellers were here, and that's why they push price down. Retrace up, sellers came in here also strongly, and they pushed the price down again. Okay, and you can see, we can see that at this point too, when price now went up, sellers were still here and they pushed price down. Okay, so for price to continue being bullish, it must be able to take care of all the points that sellers came into the market real big or real strong. Okay, so as we can see, we first hit this first area here where sellers kicked in. Okay, we first hit here, and we can see there was a weak rejection um, from this point of this highs here, and the price pushed to drop down. Okay, so that is the first hit, and sellers responded at the same line or the same point. Then price came down. Now price is bullish again, and you can see there is a bullet. Yesterday's candle was very bullish, trying to break the highs. It's closing body above this area. Today's candle moved up and it's retracing. So today's candle is just retracing, in my opinion. Okay. But we can see that the sellers that were here, okay, that pushed the price down. It seems the selling power was not too strong. So the bulls are trying to overcome them. Okay, so my anticipation is that they will be able to overcome them, looking at this pattern right now and looking at how bullish we are from below here. Okay, so the next area for price to respond should be the next zone where sellers also reacted from. We can see sellers reacted from this exact point. So the next zone is for price to push up into that zone, and we see what sellers will do again, whether they're going to push the price down or not. So based on just this, for this setup, today's setup, the target could be up here, okay, at the top here. And we can see there is this fair value gap here. Price tapped inside before dropping around this area. So, and then price has come in again to tap in another time, in addition to the sellers that were at the left side here, and there was this drop. So I anticipate this area to be have been exhausted already. This supply and imbalance should to have been exhausted. So for price to freely move to sweep it out into the next level where I believe sellers are very active, which is at the top here. Then if that is able to crash, if buyers are able to crash this, then the next level will be at the top here. But for now, we will target this, just this area, and anticipate that because we are also bullish from down here, price will push up to that level. So this is from the daily time frame perspective. If we are I'm looking for Euro USD to buy or to go up based on this that I'm explaining, then I should be looking for the dollar index to be dropping. So I'll go to the daily time frame on the dollar index and see if I can find the same reason for it to be dropping so that Euro USD trade will be I'll have more confidence in it. So if we look at the dollar index, we could see that the dollar index was making dollar index was from just from this area, what we see here, it was making bullish moves, higher, high, lower, high, higher, high, lower, high, higher, high, lower, high, higher, high, and then lower high. Then we get a failure swing or equal highs. Then price drops to crash this low, pushed back into this support that was crashed, and you can see in the preview in the past, or when price was going up, it made this initial high here, okay, and it pushed down, which means sellers came in from this point and pushed price down, okay. Then it went up again, sellers pushed price down, went up, sellers pushed price down, then it retraced. Look at this zone, the zone from where sellers in the past pushed the price to this area. price retraced to the same area or the same zone, and then the sellers have pushed the price down for another break of structure to the downside. Now we see price get to this point here, where here too you can see price move from here up. So it means buyers were very active at this point. Price gets here and buyers react. They push the price up, but it couldn't go too much up. Okay, and currently we are seeing a bearish engulfing daily candle. Okay, that closed. Okay, similar to Euro USD. Okay, and today's candle opened and it broke through and it is rejecting. Okay. It broke through and it is rejecting. So I anticipate that because this bullish move has now changed to be bearish, I anticipate price will continue down to close body below here, at least to the next zone area here where buyers push price up or more to the downside somewhere here. Okay. Somewhere I anticipate price will push more down to somewhere here. Okay, in the long term. As you can see, where I've put this yellow rectangle, at this same point, as buyers push price up. Price comes back there again, buyers respond, they push it up. I anticipate price will drop to this area the third time, and we see how buyers will react. So based on this bullish move changing to bearish and this current engulfing bearish daily candle. As you can see, um this looks like a bearish engulfing or morning star here. Okay, price was bullish. Now we see price changing bullish, crashing these lows, interacting with this wick here. So from the daily time frame perspective, I can see we are likely to be more bearish here than price pushing up again and trying to buy. Okay, so with this, just with this basic price action or structures, I can say that it will make sense to buy today or right now at New York session before the session gets exhausted, at least up to just this area, targeting something small up to just this area. Okay, so let's see how that is going to marinate or play or be look like on the smaller time frame. So I go to 4 hour time frame and I can see that the 4 hour time frame gave us a full 4 hour bearish candle as after price pushed up. So this candle pushing up, the work that that candle is doing is crashing all the sellers that were above here. You can see exactly price pushed up here and rejected and closed body exactly here. The place where the body closed is exactly where this current bullish, the last three bullish candles closed. We closed a bullish candle big here. So we can see this last 4 hour candle moved up, reacted into this area where I put internally sellers here, reacted there and dropped down. Okay, but if you watch carefully, you can see that the candle has closed. Okay, so right now we are in a state of a very price is going to make a very critical decision right now. Okay, so for me, I am I am gearing towards price going up more than dropping. Okay. If this looks like the 4 hour candle is trying to engulf, okay, because it is closing exactly at par with the previous bullish candle. But because price is already bullish from the daily time frame and this 4 hour candle is closing above this previous high here, it gives me the confidence that price is likely to go up more than to drop. But this bearish candle might look like it is trying to manipulate or telling us that sellers want to be in charge, and then price will now continue to be bullish. That's the way I think, or I am seeing it to be, right? But even if price is going to drop, we're going to have another bearish candle to drop down, it's going to technically drop to somewhere in between this resistance here first. Okay. So this area, and this is the exact area where the stop loss for this trade is. Okay. So I'm willing to hold this trade till it gets to this area and then see if it will close body or maybe reject up. But you can see that the today's candle itself made a wick down and then it is reject all is rejecting. Okay, so it means price has already reacted to this area and then it is now trying to reject up. I hope you are following me and you are getting my point. So I anticipate that this candle might at least go up and then crash the last 4 hour bearish candle and continue to push up. But even if price is going to drop again, there should be some kind of a retest or a failure swing, either half of this last bearish candle or at the tip or at the top of this bearish candle, okay, before it drops again. So within that spirit, I want to go to the 1 hour and see. So you can see on the 1 hour, price was bullish up and now it's bearish. One, two, three, four bearish candles, 1 hour candle. We can see one bullish 1 hour candle just closed, and the second one is trying to play or trying to react. If anything, this current 1 hour candle should be able to push up and react into this bearish imbalance here before selling again or dropping down. That is if it's going to drop. Okay. So with that, it means price still has the opportunity or ability to push up a little bit. Okay. From our entry. I think even price is already bypassing our entry because I was talking. Okay. So from 30 minutes time frame, we can see that from 30 minute time frame, I can see that um, price is price is having like this kind of a we have a bullish kind of engulfing now, and the next 30 minute candles, all of them push down, reject, push down, reject, closing very small. So we need a momentum. We need momentum. We need some power or energy to come into the market. But can see this is the area I shaded from the daily of 4 hour where we had the bullish candle closed above. So I anticipate that anything above this zone, buyers should take control, okay, of the market and push the price up. Or anything below it, sellers should take control and drop the price down more. Okay. So based on all this 15-minute time frame, I can see that we were bearish and then price is now trying to engulf to go bullish. Okay. So based on all this, I can say that we are likely for price to push to the upside. At least that's the bias I have right now until any other thing changes. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this chart a little bit up to here. Let me go to the 5 minutes and show you something. So on 5 minutes, you see there is this initial this area of consolidation right now. Let me take this out. There's this area of consolidation here. Okay, what can we say about this area? What is happening here is that price is trying to push up and then sellers are here and they are pushing price down. Okay, up to this point below here. So sellers are here, they push price down, okay, to this area. Price goes up, sellers push price down to this area. Price goes up again, sellers push price down to this area. But you can see that where I put this line also, buyers also stepped in below here in this range. They push the price from here up, while sellers push it down. Buyers are here, they push price up, while sellers push it down. This time, the sellers push it down. We got a body close below the buyers here, which means that anything below this zone here, sellers could be in charge. So a retest, or when price dropped to retest, sellers should have taken charge from this point to push the price down further. But that didn't happen. We see a big momentum bullish close, that bullish candle that moves above where initially the buyers were, okay, taking price up. And then now price is reacting again into the same zone and area where the sellers were already. So what we need for this trade to work within in these 5 minutes is for us to have a bullish close, okay, and a drop to this area as for raters, and price should stay above that sellers, those sellers there. This is the only way price is going to buy, to at least to this zone here, up here, to the next area where I've put sellers are. So this is what should happen. Okay. But there is also a higher likelihood for price to even go above here and still drop to retest this area where the buyers were active, where this bullish candle closed body. Price is also likely to drop to this zone to to retest this area. And if it touches here and rejects up and then keep going up, then we need price to close body above the sellers for this buy to work. Okay, so though we are getting the signal right now, the move itself is not all ready yet. Okay, according to the 5 minutes. Okay, so we have to keep waiting a little bit to see. So though I have put the entry here that above this sellers here is where we're going to buy. Okay, we're going to buy. It makes sense to also target this area below here to see, in case price doesn't sustain being above this area, going above, retesting and pushing up, what is going to happen if price decides to drop down here. Okay, so it makes sense to view it this way. So I can put the entry here right now, refine the entry here, and then let's see. So right now, if we had taken the trade earlier, we would have taken the trade just here when this move was taken off to the next internal zone here. But I missed this because I wanted to see what is really going to happen first. Okay, so but now I can put the entry here and see if price drops here. I don't want price to stay below here. I want to see rejection and a bullish either 1 minute or 5 minutes engulfing again. Then I can jump on the buy. But if price doesn't close above these sellers here, there is no way this buy is going to move. So right now, what we need is momentum. Okay, we need volatility to come in before this trade is going to make sense. Okay, but this is the analysis and this is the anticipation for now. Okay, so if you have any question, let me know. So let me go back to 30 minutes or 15 minutes on the dollar index and see. So we can
Yeah.
see that the dollar index also closed above here. Price made a little bit push up, which means sellers came into the market from this zone and they pushed the price down, which means anything below this zone, sellers should be able to take control. So if we see a bearish activity here or bearish price action in control below this zone, it means price should be dropping at least to this area of this other block or area of imbalance, at least to here. Okay, so let's see how that is going to also play at this New York session. This is the 15 minutes on the dollar index. Um, so you can see as price is trying to push up on Euro USD, the dollar index is also trying to push price down. And it's exactly the same. There is
Okay.
buyers here, there are buyers here who push the price up. So we need to engulf bearish or close below them and retest, then sellers will be in charge. So this is what we're waiting for here. Exactly the same thing we're looking for here on the dollar index on the 5 minute. You get it? That's
All
why it
right.
makes sense to be buying above. But I want to see when price pushes above, what will happen. Okay, because I will still need a retest of the same place or area before we jump on the buy. But two things. That's why the stop loss is also down here.
But currently, I'm already in the trade.
What?
Currently, I'm already in the trade. I
That's all
said
right.
currently, I'm already
If you're already in,
on.
that's all right. But
Yeah.
I'm explaining what the, the technicals mean or is doing so that we will understand. So our stop
Well,
loss is below
well,
here, but price could go above and then drop down. Okay. But if it drops down, we
uh,
need it to stay above this level down here in order to, if it goes more down to crash these lows, it means that we will not be holding this buy according to what is
please buy.
happening here. Okay. We will wait for another price action or new pattern to form before we can now frame a new trade. Okay. So that is it for
Uh,
now. And this means um, the GBP USD should also be buying. This is the 15 minutes on GBP USD. Um, and for GBP USD, this is the area where sellers came into the market, push price down, price go above, push price down, stop here, price, push price down. And there was this area, buyers came into the market,
four
price
percent.
um, push below the buyers, sellers push price down, buyers push price up to this point. Price came down, failure swing, and we are seeing prices breaking above the current area where sellers were. So the entry on GBP USD is here. Anything above this place, buyers should be in charge. Okay, so this is the entry and the stop loss is below down here. Okay, so if GBP USD entry, we can take it right now, but we must be careful about this zone. If price gets here, we have to be we have to see what will happen. Okay, we have to be monitoring what will happen if price gets up here. Okay, but that is also is also similar. We can on a higher time frame, this move from down here above here took a previous high, and this move is the
Okay,
indication.
debit
Okay,
to okay.
so this looks like it's a correction. This is the initiative, okay, from this value area. This drop looks like it's a pullback or correction. So now we need the reversal from this bearish move or the continuation of this bullish move. Similar analysis to the Euro USD. Okay, so we're targeting up, and my anticipation moving forward is up, up. Okay, up to the top here. So, but for now, for this trade right now, we're just looking here. So I'm going to go ahead and find an entry on GBP USD because that is giving me from here to the stop loss area is not yeah, too many pips. So, but this is still 5 minutes. So it's just pushing above the sellers and try dropping a little bit to retest. So let's see how that plays. Let me go back to 15 minutes. I like to use that to be monitoring instead of the 5 minutes. I like to use 15 and 30 minutes. That gives me a better price strength, 30 minutes. Okay, so let's see. It went up. We are seeing rejection. It might take a while, but let's hold on and see how this trade is going to look like. Okay, that's it right now. So if you are trading the Euro USD, pay attention. We are getting a body close now. Let's see if price is going to drop for the correction and then before it pushes up. And I really anticipate that. I will better enter this buy on Euro USD if it drops down again into this area. I will enter the trade. And I see 1 minute, 5 minute rejection. I'll enter the trade. Okay. But it's now reacting to the sellers. So let's see, after breaking it, maybe it has to drop down. So let's see. Let me check this on the 15 minutes. Yes, it looks good. Yeah, there is this area here. Price might want to drop down. Um, I was also trying to frame an analysis on BTC USD. This is a 5 minute chart. I'm looking for buys on BTC and I'm looking for real big buys. Okay, so currently my entry was down here. I set an alarm. It tapped the entry exactly. Price went up, dropped down. Below it, moved above the zone or the area where I'll be buying from, and it's currently trying to break structure. So this is the 15-minute time frame. I want to go to the 30 minutes on BTC USD. It looks like I'm already up on the trade. So for this trade, I took the trade. I came into loss a little bit, but currently it looks like I should be in profit again. So I can show you the screenshot. Let me screenshot the trade into our group right now and show you the trade on BTC right now. I just put it in a group. So I have one entry from 87,244, 0.005. That is in about 40. It's moving to $39, $38 right now. There is a small pullback. And the initial entries I took about 0.07. Okay. Those are still around the entry. Okay. It put me in a loss, but it's now pushed up and it's in profit. Okay. So I'm making about these Euro USD trades are trades I took from yesterday, and I'm still holding like just small loss sizes. But I want to take a new trade today. Um, so the BTC trade is making about $50, which is good for today alone. But I'm going to keep holding more because I want to take profit at the top here. Either TP1 is here, where this area is, and TP2 is at the yellow area here. Within these areas, if price is to reverse, I'll be okay to take profit. So I'll take profit here and take profit above here, but I'm anticipating long-term price going bullish. If it's able to bypass here and here, then it is going to get to where I've anticipated this area. But if it stops anywhere here, it means we are getting a failure swing. It means that it's not going to go there right now. Okay. So that's it. Any question, Martin? That's it right now. Thank you guys, and let's hope to see this trade do well. This will take a little bit more time, Euro USD, GBP USD to play, but I'll give updates on it after taking the entries. Thank you so much, and this is the way we do it. God bless you, and Merry Christmas. And this is probably the last trade we're going to take for this year. And see you on Exclusive Market Fellowship 2026. God bless you.